Are you guys ready?
You're recording right now.
Why can't you just like move the tripod so it's not like dragging, Mom?
No, hold on. We're gonna go.
You're a long way away from
We gotta do an intro. I just want to welcome everybody back to our channel because it's fun to do another video. But today we're gonna talk about our solar panels. What's keeping the bathhouse going? It's keeping our internet going? What's keeping our cabin going? And what we've learned from the whole experience. So come along. Come on. Let's go. Let's go see our panels. Mark, let's go. Mark was just walking into the sun. We've been up here now for 6 months. We've learned a lot, and we're wanting to just show some information of what we got going on. So we have built a road to go down to our solar panels just to maintain them, like take the snow off. But anyways, we had to build this before a lot of our big snowstorms. So the road is actually not that great. However, we have a road down to our solar panels. So come on and walk down with me. That's the best part about maybe living up on the hill is we have a lot of roadways we can build. However, you always have to build a trail to go wherever you need to go. Right now we have 6 panels down here, 12 total, but 6 in a row. We're going to be building racks for these, and I'm not quite sure if they're going to be in a clump of 3 or a clump of 6 or 2, whichever. I'm not quite sure. I think it's going to be all about supplies. We actually tried to get supplies this fall, and it was just like welding, well pipe. That's what we were trying to buy. And every time we contacted somebody, they would go, oh yeah, meet me there, whichever. And then they wouldn't show up. So we kind of had a hard time getting supplies this last year. And then this year we're hoping to just get these on a rack, but it's all going to be depending on what we can get to make it work. But we'll just make it work. But we want it to be off the ground. This is kind of a nice time of the year right now because we have the snow plowed. However, during the storms, we got over 20 inches. So we had to clear off snow that was blown in across the solar panels and even stacked up a little bit higher. So when we do build our rack, they're going to be off the ground to accommodate the snow and accommodate the sun. So that's what we kind of want to do. Each panel produces 395 watts, and these are called bifocal. So if they get a reflection maybe off the mountain, off the snow, that's additional power that we can kind of bifacial. Did I say bifocal? I don't know why I say bifocal. Bifocal means glasses. So anyway, bifacial solar panels. And so yeah, anything that we make off the back, that could be also additional power. I think the wholesaler that sold us these, he said, you know, the maximum you can get is about 30%. So if you were to do it that way. So I don't know how we're going to still structure it. We've only been out here for 6 months. We moved in August, and we really put these solar panels probably a couple of months ago, because we had some other ones that we were working with, and our power has now increased because we're now having a fridge and other like a washer machine, water heater for the bathhouse, the water softener. We've been using the pressure pot. Us girls have been starting to use the hair straightener. So there's just been a lot of things that we've been using for my work and for my husband's work, for Mark's work. We've had to use full-time internet, and the kids also need to have internet for school. So there is, you know, from going from the cabin being really recreational to using very little power to now living in it, you learn how much power you actually need. Right now, these 12 panels are doing the job, absolutely doing the job. However, we're going to build a barn that will have power tools that will be lit and so on. So we just have to accommodate every single time we add more structures, add more things that require power. We're going to have solar panels. So this is one way to have our panels. The other panels that we'll have is going to be on the barn when they're built, and we'll show you that, of course, as time goes by. We have been building a goat shelter, and I'm going to show you the panels we got for that, and I'll kind of tell you a little bit about what the plan is for that as well. I made a short video about putting the panels up for the goat shelter and the solar panels being up, and there was a couple of comments that I wanted to just like clarify or whichever. And there was somebody that said, hey, if you're wanting to get optimal solar energy from this goat shelter, your panels need to be higher up. We have to remember that this is a goat shelter. We kind of met in the middle with our measurements. Right now we have a 15 high. The 15 is the tall.
15 foot at the back.
And then 9 foot in the front so we can fit our tractor in. Yeah. So when we have all of our other panels that I just showed you earlier up, we'll have, what was it, 9 on the barn and 12 down in our solar area where we had the other panels. So we'll probably keep those 12 and we'll just have to redo them, put them up a little bit higher.
Those panels should make around a little over 8,000 watts.
Okay. And then the panels on the barn should make...
included.
Oh, included. Okay.
These panels up here is another around 4,000 watts if they're in optimal point. They won't be, so anything they make is above 8,000. So it's just bonus.
Yep. So our other part I wanted to kind of tell you is, what did we pay for the panels? Like the panels, the bifacial, we paid I think $195 each.
$200 each. Yeah.
$200 each, and these ones we only paid $80 for. So the wholesaler was like, "Hey, they're 3 years old. You want to just get them so I can get them off my yard?" And they had like a sale thing going on, and we're like, we really thought about it. We put some costs together as far as like a steel roof and all the components to put the steel roof, which is, what did you call it? The sub?
There's substrate and then underlayment and then the steel roof. And those costs together, these panels were cheaper than just the sheet metal of the steel roof, not counting the OSB and the underlayment that goes in dealing with the steel roof.
The other thing too is the location, everywhere we go on the mountainside, we have plenty of sun. So when we got this location for it, it just kind of happened to be like, okay, well, the sun shines down and let's make it this angle roof instead of like a double pitch, because the double pitch, you have the back that won't ever get sun, and then again you're paying for cost of the materials, which is unnecessary. So this is our battery system here. We have, I think these are salt batteries. Is that right?
These are...
Oh.
Start again?
Yeah.
I'll move. I'll
Are you,
twist,
are you set?
Bang
Done throwing things around. All right.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
You're already recording, aren't you?
It looks like we're charging though. Look at the blue light. We're still charging even though the sun's going down. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So this is our charge controller. This box here. Panels are connected up and the wiring comes into here. This controls the power coming from the panels to the batteries. And from this goes to the batteries charge up. This is our inverter. This is a 12,000 watt, so 12 kilowatt. 12,000 watt inverter. It has a split phase, so 240 volt output. And this is wired to our sub panels. on our buildings. And the sub panels feed all the breakers and outlets and everything that has all of your 120 AC circuit. Okay, so our charge controller is a 100 amp charge controller. This will handle 5,600 watts input from the panels.
And how many volts did we fill up? Because we've been running the internet all day, and we've been charging like iPads and our phones and stuff. Where are we at? Like, it's almost the end of the day. The sun's starting to come down.
Our current voltage is 53 volts.
What's the max? Is it 56 or 55?
57 is maximum capacity.
Okay.
We first bought one because our cabin was built on a 12 volt system, just like an RV. We had 12 volt lights, we had a 12 volt battery, we had 12 volt solar panels. When we moved up here, we knew we were going to need more power, so we bought a 48 volt inverter, and we bought 3 more batteries to make a 48 volt system. And that got us a substantial increase in power. And then we bought these batteries as an additional upgrade to the battery capacity, and we bought charge controllers, we upgraded panels. We've slowly, like incrementally, we've moved up in the power consumption and the power use, or power generation. Right now, this is the system. It's in the bathhouse because we have more room here. When we get the barn built, we're going to build a power station room. The batteries will go in there. We may add another bank of batteries. Man, what happens when your system, the one thing you have set up, if one piece of it fails? If this battery bank fails, I still have this battery bank that can handle it.
Yeah, and handle our household as well.
Yeah, if this inverter fails, I'm done. I have no output unless I have another inverter at the ready. We had an error, we had a problem in our original inverter, and it shorted internally in the control systems. So we were like 7 days.
Yeah, 7 days without
any power.
Even
Nothing.
the generator couldn't do anything, really.
No, it only worked when we fired the dinner, when it was running.
Yeah.
So we had no actual inverted power. We had no AC power output. As soon as it shut down, we knew it was terminal. We had to like order another one, get it coming, and send the other one back for repairs. So we've decided we're going to have a redundancy in the system. That's just our own personal preference. So we're just making the best of it.
Well, and for winter, it's been really good. I mean, I can't wait to see what the summer does, because we get very hot summers up here too. So
we've had, our highest days have been 12 and a half kilowatt hours.
That's really good. That's really good.
And our lowest has been in the middle of snowstorm and very clouded and very drawn in days. And I think our lowest has been around 4.5, something like that, kilowatt hours. And all that calculation comes back to what you consume. And when we know it's a stormy day, so we inherently say, hey, let's be a little bit conservative on what we use. This is all an experiment for us. Like, you can read every document, you can learn everything you can learn from everybody that's going through it in their own way, and then you apply it to your own specific situation, and you have to just experiment with it.
Okay. Well, thanks for the explanation.
You're welcome for the rambling.
Yes, I like it. So that's kind of the gist of all of our power. My next video, I really need to talk about a couple of things that we've been dealing with for the last, you can hear like my washing machine. Anyway, one of the things I really need to talk about on my next video is our guardian dogs and what we did about it, because it is kind of, I'm not sure if we're doing it right or not, but I do want to talk about that and what we're doing with the dogs. And then the second part of the video, I really wanted to show you guys the progress of our sauna. And then don't forget to like this video. If you want to comment, it just gives me more traffic. You're welcome to comment anything you'd like. If you have questions, comment. I'll answer them, no big deal, or I'll have Mark answer them. He's clearly sometimes knows more than I do about this subject. But anyways, that's our solar system. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching. See ya.